Alright, cool. So here's the deal. You have rounded shoulders. This is what you look like. It's terrible and you feel terrible. You want to improve it to this, where your shoulder blades are back and your chest is up. How do you do this? Very, very simply. Face pulls is the answer, and it's the easiest and quickest method to make sure that your shoulders are retracted back and you're not slouched over like a fucking nerd. YouTube, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to tell you how I fix my rounded shoulders and how the majority of the advice is on how to fix rounded shoulders. It's very easy, and matter of fact, it's very quick. In about a month or so, I started seeing differences. And although a month sounds long, a month is no time compared to how long it took you to fuck up your shoulders so they look at all like this, rounded and shit. So, like I said, face pulls. You want to be addicted to face pulls. You want to treat face pulls like a drug, right? Every time you enter the gym, you have to do a face pull, without a doubt. You want to get a band or use the cable rope. Every time you go gym, you do some sort of form of a couple sets with a couple reps of face pulls. And the truth is, I said a couple reps, what I really mean is high reps, right? Let me give you an example. Today I went gym. Before I started warming up for my squat, quickly attached the band. I done 2 sets of 15 face pulls, right? Just grab it like this, just pull it like this, 2 sets of 15 with this black band that I've got here, right? Yeah, something like this, just a black band like this. So cool, that was 2 sets of 15 done, very quick. I didn't feel no pump, no burn, nothing like that. I then moved on to my squat. In between the sets of my working sets, I would attach a band to the power rack I was using, and I'd do 20 reps or so, right? I'd do 20 reps every 3 minutes or so, because 3 minutes is how long I took to rest, plus maybe an extra minute for how long I'm doing my set. So maybe 20 reps every 4 minutes, right? On top of the first 15 or so reps I done at the start, that's like, I don't know how much, but do you get me? That's how it accumulates. You do a little bit at the start, in between your workout, and then you also finish off with face pulls. Before you leave the gym, you quickly attach a band and just bang out some face pulls. You want to do maybe like 2 sets of 25, 3 sets of 33. You want to do maybe 4 sets of 10, something like that. You want to do high volume, right? You want to do a lot of reps, and you wanna do little sets, but you wanna do a lot of reps in the sets. So like I said, I usually do 3, 4, 5 sets or something. I never do a 10 by 10 on face pulls or something like that. I just keep the weight low because I use the band. So it's not that much resistance, but I keep the reps high. Alright, cool. What does this do? What is the point of this? Essentially what we're doing is we're strengthening the rear delts. We're getting the shoulder blades and we're getting your mind used to being in this retracted position. Because at the minute you're like this, right? Cool, look. You're slouched over, your shoulders are slouched over like this. What you're trying to do is you're trying to bring them back like this. And by doing the face pulls, you're literally getting your shoulder blades in that exact position that they need to stay in. More specifically, shall I say, by doing face pulls often, like the example I just gave, you know, when you walk in the gym, in between sets, anytime you see a bar, and just as you leave the gym, when you do face pulls that often for a quick 2 sets of 15 or whatever, your mind is gonna get used to, and your shoulders are gonna get used to being in this retracted position. This is the quickest way to fix your rounded shoulders. You want to strengthen the muscles that make sure your shoulders are back and your chest is up, those muscles being the rear delts, in addition to building the memory that you need of keeping your shoulders back. Like I said, the key here is to treat face pulls like a drug. You have to do face pulls. You can't live without them. They're an addiction. You have to do some type of face pull every time you go to the gym. And you want to make sure you get the pump. Earlier I said something about, oh, I didn't really get much pump. That was because that was the first set. But then when I leave, I always make sure I get a pump, right? Without a doubt. That's why I recommended something like 3 sets of 33 or 4 sets of 25. You want to do high reps with short rest, right? A lot of volume, a lot of reps at the end when you finish the work. And that will build the strength. And it will get the muscle, or sorry, it will get the blood to the muscle, and like I said, it will memorize your brain to keep your shoulders in this retracted position. That's exactly where you want them. You'll soon find the changes that are happening is you're gonna wake up one day, you're gonna look in the mirror, and you're just gonna feel like, without even thinking about it, your shoulders are just gonna be back, your chest is gonna be forward, they're not gonna be rounded anymore, and then you think to yourself, oh, that's quite cool. Why is that happening? I used to have rounded shoulders, but now I don't anymore. And then from that day onwards, every day you see yourself topless, you're gonna consciously think, cool, make sure my shoulders are back, cool, make sure I'm not rounding forward, make sure when I'm seated, I'm not like this, like a fucking idiot, make sure my shoulders are back and I'm seated straight up. You're just gonna consciously think about it from that day forward, and that day is gonna come very, very soon if you follow the advice I've given you in this video. Frequent face pulls, and within a month or so, literally 2, 3 or 4 weeks, you're gonna see a massive difference. Just make sure you're strengthening the rear delts. That is a key point. You want to strengthen the rear delts. Cool, that concludes today's video. If you have any comments or disagreements or anything like that, you can let me know below and we can talk about that. And in terms of that, I hope to see you in the next video.